If you saw the last video, then you saw I found what looked like a bug. That's completely unacceptable, so right away I've got to fix that. These are the lines in question right here. I said to do, I put a TODO capital to do anytime there's something that still needs work. So we saw in the stats steal method that the current batter is the one that's getting the steal, but clearly we don't want a batter to get a steal, and we don't want a batter to get caught stealing. That doesn't make any sense at all. So the first thing I did is I went into the unit tests, and I already have a test unit test class called test stealing bases. It does a bunch of setup. Then once the teams are set up, the game's in play, we walk the first batter with 4 straight balls. Then the runner on first now steals second. We have a little test here, it's useless, but it just says that first is now empty. Second is not empty by assert not equal and assert equal. Then we throw one more strike. Then the runner that was now on second steals third. Then we do another couple asserts here, make sure that second is empty and third is not empty. We throw another strike, and then the runner steals home. This guy is like Ricky Henderson here. So at the end of this, that's the setup. So we've got a walk and then 3 stolen bases, all by the leadoff hitter. So the new test that I created is called Test Steal Stats, and what this does is it just says we're going to assert equal that the leadoff hitter, lineup number 1 hitter on the away team, because they're the first team to bat, his batting stats for stolen bases, he's going to have 3 stolen bases because that's exactly what happened. So I do a similar setup and test in the caught stealing section, except the guy only gets caught stealing once, of course. So what I do now is I run the tests. You see down here, these are the tests going by. Unfortunately, they're a little slow because there's a lot of setup. The F tells us that a test has failed, and we already know why. That's because of our offending code over here. So if we expand this a little bit, we see that the 2 tests failed. And in this one, we have in the test CS stats, caught stealing stats, we see that 0 is not equal to 1. So he should have had 1 caught stealing, but he has 0. Similarly, in the stolen bases, he should have had 3 stolen bases, but he has 0 stolen bases. So I've already got the lines of code fixed. I can simply just comment out the busted code and uncomment the good code, where I've changed that when we get a steal, we take a new parameter here, and the parameter is the runner that's got the stolen base, and so we add 1 steal to his stats, and if he gets caught stealing, we add a caught stealing to his stats. So now we come back and we run the unit tests one more time, and this time we should see all the tests pass. And that is the case. So once all the tests are passing, we can kill off these dead lines of code that are just commented out, save the game again, and then we'll submit this fix to the repository, and everyone will be much happier. Thanks for watching. Peace.